And so this is basically about what has been in the local newspaper this last year. There are some articles I wanted to translate to English, but I'm shortly going to explain a little bit what is Hessdalen, and then we're going to go through some witnesses back in the days, and a documentary that has actually 19 witnesses, and then we'll take the two from the local news. And then I'm hoping to have a little conversation with Helge, and Erling is here, so he can also help me to ask some questions. And then we'll have a look at the chat and see if there are any questions that we can answer from you. So let's see. Hessdalen, as a project, was established in 1983, so this is now 40 years ago. And we've defined a mission to collect high-quality data. That's why we are trying to get people to donate so we can get some good camera. I found this map, and I like to use this because, as you can see, you have sightings all over the valley. And the blue box, I think, is located, does it say here? I think it's in this area, so it kind of looks out, has a good view of it all. But there are so many phenomena all over the valley, and this one where it says Skarvan is where you saw that mountaintop that is all snowy today. So the blue box has been there for 25 years, and it is automatically taking pictures and sending it to the webpage. Although the last few days we've had some difficulties with the old Hessdalen server, so it's down for a little bit, but we'll get it back up. And now you have Erling. He is here as on this event, and he's been on this project now for 40 years. Massimo has many reports that he has written, and he's actually coming back in next year, September next year. He's coming back to have some presentations as well. We are planning to have a field trip. Björn is living in the valley, and he has then now taken over the blue box, so make sure that is there. So then I want to kind of give a little comment about witness. When you have a witness report, and this is actually written by my grandfather, an event read or told has a weaker effect than self-experience. And he saw something just after the war in 1947, and he didn't tell anyone for 25 years. And I think even Erling Strand has been telling so many times that when you have seen it yourself, it makes such a big difference. So I think this is actually a picture from when people were lining up in the valley, and they drove up, and they could just see it every weekend, basically. But then people started making fun of it, and people said that maybe this is the devil's work and stuff like that. So it became difficult to talk about it. But now I think things are changing again. So now people are more like willing to talk about it. So I was up in the valley only, 2 weeks ago? And just then, when I was there, this article was in the local newspaper, Per Moen. And he was telling about what he had experienced. So I called him, and I got to actually talk to him for, I think it was almost 2 hours. And I think this is one of the, yes, this is what he has seen. He explained that there is this, craft driving, or 50 meters above his car when he was driving home. That's what he saw. And he also, I can show you that, he he gave me this picture, which is not a good picture, but there on the, I can show you that. He said he had seen a little light. There's a little, tiny little light there. But he printed this out because he had been looking at this light for a long time, and then it was just kind of going down, 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 and as he got the camera, it was just passing down past the trees. But this is the reason why he wanted to write this article again, because he's seen it many times, but then just this day, only a few weeks ago, he saw it, and then he wrote this article. So yeah, let's see. So this is where Hessdalen is. It's here, and you have Røros. It takes 45 minutes to drive from Hessdalen down to Røros, about 2 hours from Trondheim and down. I think it's about 5 hours from Oslo, and I live in this area. Erling lives in this area. So many people. Well, we can ask Helge. Where do you live, Helge?
I live on the west coast of Norway, just south of Bergen.
Just south here
on
somewhere.
a little island.
So you also have a long drive to get to Hessdalen.
Yeah, I have to drive over 800 kilometers one way.
Wow.
12 to 14 hours drive to Hessdalen from where I live.
How often do you drive to Hessdalen?
Well, I between 2 and 5 times a year.
Wow.
So it's been many thousand kilometers over the years.
Yes. So this.
Sorry to
yes,
interrupt.
come on, interrupt.
But your screen sharing is not working.
My screen
Nor is your
sharing.
camera on. Yeah. Nobody can see anything.
Nobody can see anything. What is working? Why is that not working? Well, that's a good thing you're telling me. I have to share the screen. How about now?
Yeah, it should be visible for everyone now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for telling me. I should go back a little bit on my pictures just so you can see what I was talking about. Okay, so I gave this agenda. Okay, at least now you can see it, what I told you. You can find these posters somewhere. This is the map that I was talking about, and you can see there are and this is actually one of the reports that you can find on the old Hessdalen, and it has a map of all the places where the reports have been going on. Sightings have been seen. This is the blue box I was telling you about, and now you get to see a better picture of, well, the picture of Erling is nice anyway. So, and this is my fake picture of Massimo because he didn't have a good one, so I just used artificial. I used Midjourney to put him in space. And yeah, I told you about this one. These are the cars that were lined up in the 80s, 82, 83. And then this is Per Moen. That was. Thank you for telling me, Vilde. Embarrassing. Okay. Yes. So, and I was even showing you a picture of what made him write this last article. Okay. So good. Then these are some of the articles that is in this local newspaper. And I will go through these. Let's see. But before that, I just wanted to say that there are actually many documentaries about Hessdalen, and this one is actually in Norwegian. So I was afraid that people won't get the information if you're from another place. So I just listed all these witnesses. There are actually 19 witnesses in this documentary. And there are some names that are missing, so I don't know why that is. Maybe I have to ask the one who made the movie. But these are the names, Kåre Hov, Jan Moen, and so on. And here are the pictures of the people. So Jan Moen is actually, is he here? Because he's one of the team, so he could be, he could actually be listening in. Jon Arvid is many times on the documentaries because he has seen so many times and so many interesting stuff. And Anders, those of you that have seen the Isaiah photo video, this is the guy that rented the cabin. And he's actually working in the grocery shop up in Hessdalen. So last time I went and talked to him, and yeah, so you can do that. Go and visit Hessdalen and you can see Anders. Let's see. This movie, I would like to show you that a little bit, where it is, not my page, but this is actually the municipality of that area, Holtålen kommune, and they have put out a nice site, and they have also made these videos. So this is the one, the heaven in the Hessdalen, or the sky in Hessdalen, but it's Norwegian. So it's from this one that I have taken pictures of all the witnesses, like here, Jan Moen talking about it. But as you see, there are more and older movies. So let's see, here's another one. So I'm trying to get them translated to English as well, get some English subtitles. Oops, that's me on the Isaiah photo, so go away. Put that away down here, okay. So Jan Moen and actually we have 3 videos in Chris Leto on his file. So Jan Moen has a long description on Chris Leto as what he saw, and this is one where he was with his mother and his brother-in-law, I think it was, or there were 3 of them, and they said it was like an airplane passing by in the valley, but no wings. So this drawing made from Mats, and if you want to listen to all of this, just find Chris Leto and his description. Yes. Erling, you want to tell about the first time you saw? It's just a short one, because you are actually in that movie too.
Yes, that was a great sighting, I think, for me. And due to the sighting, I was actually starting to work with Project Hessdalen, which we started with a team back in 1983. This sighting was from 1982, and it started with a bright light suddenly showing up just above Hessdalen is where I'm pointing now. It's in the middle of the valley, and it was much stronger than I would ever expect. It started at 7:30 p.m. and lasted 1.5 hours before it suddenly disappeared. We managed to take a couple of pictures, good pictures of it, which you can see on Old Hessdalen, and you see on one of them also there.
So this is actually one of the pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
And was strange, it was moving around, it was stopping, standing still for several minutes, started to move again, and sometimes it seems that it put a spotlight up in the air and also down on the ground. So it was a little bit scary, because if you can imagine spotlights turning onto the ground, moving around, and continued for that for 1.5 hours.
Wow. This is so cool. This is actually me taking this picture of you, because when we had the whole week up there, that was very interesting for me. I had a very nice guided tour. So, okay, so let's go into the stories. And I think I have to move it to this side. So, if you search for UFO and you go to this local newspaper, Fjell, Fjell is mountain, and Jom, I think, is like a sound. So this is the sound of the mountain or something like that. And as you see, here are the journalist actually interviewed Isaiah Photo when they were up there in the cabin that we had, the two of us. They even have a little article about us. I'm not going to talk about that. Björn has managed to get what can you call that? It's a construction that looks like a UFO. Maybe there's a picture further down here, like this. So he's got that up in the valley now, and they're going to put that up as and this is where they are taking it from east of Norway and driving it all the way up to Hessdalen, so that they can put it up there and make it into like an information center or something like that. But I'm going to go through Jon Arvid, just explain that a little bit. And this one too, Terje Borgos. So I'm going to explain these. And then, yeah, let's see. So, I guess most of you, maybe you don't understand Norwegian, but this was the article. And he is explaining in his house, in his cabin, with the coffee and the cake, that it looked like when he saw it, it looked like an egg split in half lengthwise. And it had wings and 4 feet underneath. And I'm guessing it was about 6-7 meters long, metallic in color. So he is telling that there are many times he saw, or this time he's actually explaining here that, he's saying that I was straightening the fence around the cabin when I heard a thump, some sound, like an old Harley Davidson, and the sound came closer and closer. It doesn't say here that he actually saw anything, but he could see the trees being affected by this. The forest bent. Tops of the trees looked like as they are completely withered. Yeah. So this was kind of a scary moment. Then he's talking about something that was on the lake, a boat that caught fire with 2 people on board. It looked like that, but they never heard anything about like missing people or anything like that, but just like something. And then they say that his parents ran down and rowed out, but they found all they found was some bubbles and steam rising from the water, as if something went down into the water or lake. And then the third incident, he's explaining, and it's kind of interesting because he calls it a vehicle or a UFO. It's like people in the valley, they are used to now the word UFO. So when people are talking about UAP, they say, nah, we call it UFO. That's what they are used to. It had wings and 4 feet underneath. 6 or 7. Yeah, this is the one that was on the top. About the color, bad translation. below was dim light. We were maybe 30 or 40 meters away, so we could see it properly. Yeah. So, I think this is another one. It didn't go high, maybe 5 to 10 meters, and it moved north. The two others came walking along the road, and when we pointed at the vehicle, they saw it too. They're asking him, "What do you think you saw?" "Believe, I know, I know what it is. It's a vehicle." So let's see. What's this? Once my father drove into the cabin in Hessdalen. He had the UFO behind him almost the whole time. So this is what Moen was also. What's his name again? Oops, I'm trying to go back to. Yeah, him, Per Moen. That's what he was telling too, that he saw a vehicle that flew over his car. So that has happened a couple of times. Once we saw a UFO that came north along Hessdalen. It went so low that it disappeared behind the barn. When we went out to look for it, then we went out, and there it stood, perhaps 70, 80 meters above the ground, completely calm for a few minutes. Then it certainly turned on the light below, and it was brighter than the sun. So I suppose is an interesting guy to talk to. I'll take the next one because this one is also interesting because this is a childhood memory he's talking about. And let me see, I think I have some here. An object that floated. What did it look like? As an oblong shape. It was significantly wider than high. I would describe the color as grayish, metallic, aluminum color. And the lower half was darker than the upper half. He explains that there was an edge all the way around the egg-shaped object, and he could estimate that the size of the object were about 3 to 4 meters. So he was a kid when he saw this. I think he says how old he was, maybe if I'm 11 or something like that. And then your parents did not want you to talk to others. At least that's how it turned out. It was a clear signal that we did not talk about this with others. So even for him, it took him many, many years before he actually started talking about this. And in this same article, they are talking about Bernard, who actually was the mayor in Røros, the nearby city, in 56, 59. No, 56 to 59. Saw a strange craft landing on the lake Djupsjøen. That's the deep sea. And so this is still going back to this guy, Terje, who is explaining that Bernard saw a similar object as you described 10 years earlier. Do you remember if he told you about what he saw? And he said, I don't remember him talking about it. He was a good deal older than me. A vessel had landed. So Bernard, the mayor, described many years later that he had seen this vessel land on the lake in August 47. This summer, a film team and a search group have tried to find answers. So actually, if we go back to this, is from 1973 in the newspapers, and they are then trying to look for this thing that went down to the lake, like a chicken egg, okay? And then this year, it says here, have made discoveries, because then they were out with some instruments, and they could find out there is something metallic down there. Well, it doesn't look, I don't know much more about it, but I do know that they are going up again and trying to find out more about what this is, because now they have found out exactly where it is, but there's so much mud that they have to kind of get further down. But this is kind of exciting after all. So at least I've gone through some of these reports in the newspaper. Let me see if I can go back here. So we've. So if you have any questions about this, please tell me. I feel I can't really just hand them out because Fjelljom is also. This is behind a paywall, so I have a subscription, and I feel it's okay that I kind of show it like this. But after all, it's not totally open. So let's see, where are we now? Let's go back to this one. Yeah, then Helge.
Yes, I'm here.
I got your story. This is actually on the site. This is your report.
Yes.
So, and did I get the position correctly? This is just next to Hessdalen Kirke, church?
Yes, it's just north of the church, about 150 meters north of the church in Hessdalen.
And you had just been out walking with some friends?
No, I was alone, but earlier in the night and evening I was with some friends up in Botjandalen for several hours. And then we drove home to our cabins, and after I have rested and eaten something, I went out again, as I used to do when I'm up in Hessdalen. So I just walked in the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see if I can actually find that. If I go here, so this is the map, and this is the church. Oops. And I have put the map. Is this about the space or place?
Yes, it's between the church and the farm there. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if I actually put it here and I have a street view, this is the church, and I go the other way around. So
yes.
this is the spot then.
Yes, you go some meters too, and then turn the camera west now.
West? What's west? This way?
Yes.
Okay.
More. Yes. That's the spot the creatures came running up and over the road. I was standing a little bit more north.
Oh, in this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was standing in the road there, and I just saw two creatures come running up from the valley in my left eye, and I saw them, and suddenly it looks like they saw me too, and we just was surprised, the both of us, you know. So I looked at them, and they looked at me, and they were synchronized in their movements. And then they run over the road and up the hill and up in the wood above the road.
So they
And
came here and crossed over up like this,
yeah,
and
yes,
they
yes,
disappeared on the other side.
yes, up
Yeah.
and they disappeared up in the wood. And
Yeah.
after some seconds or a little minute up there, all the sheep started to make noises, and so it was clearly that something was going on up
Huh.
there.
Okay.
And it was so strange that they were just as surprised as me to see each other.
Yeah.
So it was a very strange meeting. They were over 2 meters long and have long limbs and an oval head. So it
So
was about the 3:30 in the morning in September 2019. So it was an amazing meeting.
so you were like, this is not human beings, and this is not an animal. That's like you were sure about that, and instantly.
Oh yes, oh yes. There were no noises, no smells, no signs on the ground, and it was clearly to me that it was something that's not known for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, if you, and but it was dark, so you did not see many details.
No, it was some lights from the houses just around there, and so I didn't see any clear things, but I did see how the body looked like and how long it was and how the limbs was and so on. But I didn't see any marks in the face or nose or eyes or something. But I saw they turned their heads against me as I turned the head against them.
So
So
you kind of saw or did you see eyes?
no, no, I didn't
No.
see any clearly signs.
Yeah.
Just saw the body and the head, how it was formed.
Yeah. You have any feeling of color, of like on the body?
Uh, the color must have been dark or gray because it wasn't any light colors.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would have seen it if it had been white or something.
Yeah. And in the you, if I understand correctly, there was another guy that actually saw the same thing, but you did not know about that, and he was just in the house close by. If I move out of this, how do I get out of this? Escape, maybe? Oops, yes.
Yeah, he was in a house just north of my sighting.
Yeah, so you were kind of here and he was maybe in this house, I guess?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So I was kind of relieved when I heard about it a week or two after that one guy, a Polish worker who worked up there and lived some days there,
Yeah.
and he had been so scared, so he wouldn't tell about it until later.
Yeah.
So, but he saw one creature just
Oh,
about
okay.
the same size as I saw.
So
So I was kind of relieved that I was not the only one that saw one.
but I thought this was actually the same day. But if you saw two and he saw one, so it's not the same time, I guess.
No, no, not at the same time. Not the same time.
But was it the same
So
day? Do you know that?
no, it was not the same day. I don't know how many days after, but it was some days after,
Okay,
as I
okay.
know. I Unfortunately I haven't spoke to him, but I have some friends that have spoke to him,
Yeah,
and Jan Moen have been in contact with him too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he will know a little bit better.
Hmm.
So, but I would have love to meet this guy and talk to him.
Yeah, we should try
Yeah,
to get that. Yeah, because
yeah,
I do know that there are actually at least when I was up there in Hessdalen and talking to some other on the team, they said there are more stories. There are even some kids that have seen some beings. So, and I think you said something about like, yeah, people don't really want to talk about it. I can understand that.
yes. Until now, people haven't talked about so much, but I think now in the future it will be more common that people will talk about and they have seen some creature
Yeah,
earlier or no in these times. So I
yeah,
think it will be an opening or a little bit more open-minded about
yeah,
creatures and as an yes, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's Yeah, I hope so too. Even in this movie that I was, or this documentary that I was referring to, um, one of the ladies there said something that yes, she's seen this craft basically, and but she also kind of hinted that she has seen other things. It's like, what is other things? What is more than a craft? That's kind of like amazing in
Yeah,
itself.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yes. I have talked about with many people up there. I have got many friends,
yeah,
both locals and from other places, and they have said that they have a special feeling, a special sensation in their body and in the mind when they're up there, and they have seen shadows and they have seen things that moving, and they have heard sounds from the mountains and sounds from the mountains have I heard too. So it's
mm-hmm.
so many different things that's going on up in Hessdalen and
Yeah.
the surroundings there.
I asked you earlier, and you said no. You have not seen this Netflix documentary Encounters.
No, I haven't.
No, but I would like to use these words. This is what people said in this movie from Wales, I think it was. They also saw someone, and it said like it had like a silver suit with like a motor visor. So if it has like something on the head, then of course you don't see the eyes. And they said they were
Hmm.
very tall. Their arms were exceptionally long.
Yes, that's what I saw too.
Okay, so you feel the arms were longer than a normal human being.
Oh yes, longer and thinner, and so were the legs too,
So
longer and thinner.
okay, so it's kind
Uh,
of weird when you say things. They said uh, they had no eyes, no mouth, not even a hole or button or anything. I've seen some places where they say that like it looked like they had a suit on, like a diver suit. It's like so tight on the body. But
right.
you haven't heard about. Have you had other people describing what they saw?
Yes, only on documentaries on YouTube and so, and in the books, and many have seen similar bodies like I have seen.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Uh,
But had you heard a lot of that before you saw it, or it was like for you it was like, wow, what's this?
As I have heard about it before, but it was not one of my uh, favorite things to research.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
after I saw it myself, I
Then
began
you,
to do some research, and then I found out that there
it's
were similar sightings just around all the world.
yeah, okay,
Just tall beings and small beings too,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
just about over a meter. And but they I saw was over 2 meters.
I have a
Uh,
colleague that says, "Aren't you scared?"
no, I wasn't scared. I was just surprised I'm not a guy that's got scared so easy. So I was wondering what it could be, and of course I was a little bit. What was it I saw now? And after a while, I went into the cabin again, but I saw after prints first,
Hmm.
prints on the ground, but I didn't see anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Has it been? If it had been a little bit later, maybe it had been some snow, and then it would have been an all another story, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
So, but I went into the cabin and sat down, and I wonder if I should call my friends
Yeah.
that worked with me earlier that night, but
Yeah.
I didn't. It was so late.
Yeah.
So and I went out again and just walked on the road about an hour or two. To hope to see them again, but I didn't.
Well,
And
it's
the day after, I was in the cabin with my friends and told my story, and he was just terrified. So
yeah.
he could see on me that I have seen something that was not normal. You see,
Yeah, that's how I heard about it. They were telling me
yeah,
how how you
yeah,
reacted. Yes.
yeah.
Fred,
I will.
Fred,
Yes.
I think you should show the drawing which Helge made just
I
after the
can't.
sighting.
I can't
Uh,
because
I sent it to you
you.
on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay, good. Let me see if I can find it then.
You can.
Let me see. Where's my Facebook? Yeah, but it's a. Let me see if I can open this one. Well, now that you have explained so much that it's like um, like
Yes, that's my
it's
drawing the day after, just as very simple drawing, but
yeah,
what I could see really good.
yeah, yeah. But it's like very straight. You felt the. Did you see a bend on the arms, or was like kind of like
No, I didn't see any particular bands, but it could have been there. But
yeah,
it was so long limbs that they almost were hanging, you know.
yeah? There's a question from Salty95. He's asking how it moved. Was it like a normal walk or like
No, they were running very fast up from the valley down by the river and up and very fast over the road. So it was much faster than a normal person would do.
okay, okay. But was it like I think there's something somebody asked about bipedal. Is it like legs that are like bending like normal, or you was it like you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was difficult to see how the limbs were reacting, but it was looking like they were running the same the same movements, maybe like a person,
Okay.
but not like a person anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a question here. Let me see. Can you ask Helge what color they were? Also, can he estimate what speed they were going? Ah, difficult. But
It was difficult, but they were running very, very fast, much faster than a normal person will do. And the
okay.
color it was gray or dark,
Yeah. Okay.
so not any light color.
Yeah. Um, bilde lenger opp. Okay, I got the picture. Oh, I have a question here. I'm gonna. Helge, do you see what I'm showing on screen?
Yeah, I see the picture I draw.
Yeah, let me see. I have. Oops. How can I get that? Let me see. I want to show what a guy or someone. Was it like a? He's asking. Olav is asking. Like, was it like this? But this is more like a traditional one. or I don't know.
It's difficult for me to see. I'm on the phone,
You're on the phone, yeah. But this one has eyes and everything like that. So
yeah,
you
I didn't see any
yeah,
glimpse or eyes or
yeah,
nose or something.
yeah.
So,
But
but it was a long oval hat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Let's see if I can find some other questions here. Um, yeah. Any? Do you know if any locals have experienced communication?
Communication with beings.
Yeah.
Not as far as I know, some communication by language or signs or something. I don't think I have heard about,
Yeah. Yeah.
but maybe it will be without us knowing.
Yeah. Hmm. I think there was. Who was that? I think it was um, Per Moen that was telling me about a guy that he wanted to take a picture, but he had in his head he was told no. So in a way, that's a communication. Um, but that's one of the stories that Per Moen was telling me when I was sitting there.
Yes, I've heard about that. Me too, but uh, I haven't heard about anyone
Any?
else. I think.
No. Yeah.
But it's happening so strange things up there with the body and the mind. So maybe that's a kind of communication
Yeah. Yeah.
without us knowing it. So I
And
can tell you about one time I was driving up from Ålen and up to Hessdalen, and all the way I drove from the main road down in the valley and up to Hessjön. It's 5 kilometers up this windy road there.
mm-hmm.
I didn't remember anything of my driving trip. So
Okay.
I drove all the way up the road 5 kilometers, and I stopped up about with the Red Cross hut
Yeah.
cabin. And then I just kind of woke up and everything was clear, and I was fresh as new. So it was a very, very uh, both
Huh.
scary and special driving trip. So that's one of the many
Huh.
mysterious things I have experienced in Hessdalen.
Have you seen lights, and have you seen like UFO, like a craft?
I have seen many lights and orbs and light balls and so, but not any crafts or
No,
something.
no, it's more
So
the light. Okay.
lights do I see almost every time I'm up there.
Oh, lucky
Uh,
you.
Sometimes just some small glimpse, but other times I see light balls coming down the hillside and through the woods and
Yeah.
so on.
Hmm.
And one other special occasion was up in Hessjön. I was renting a cabin there.
Yeah.
It was in the evening and about 2 o'clock in the night. The big orange light just lighten up over Lake Hessjön, lighten up and for some seconds. And just at that moment, the light was lightening up. A lot of fish started to jump around at
Oh,
the lake,
okay.
and immediately the light stopped. The fish stopped jumping. It was about 2 3 seconds. So that was an amazing sightings I had from the cabin.
Wow.
And
Uh,
that is also reported in Hessdalen.org, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh, let's see if we have any questions from people. Um, and let me see. Maybe maybe I can ask Vilda for some help. Are there any questions I should ask that I have not? So,
There were a couple from Ross earlier.
yes.
It was regarding your article earlier about on the cabin. There was did he smell something, hear something during the sighting?
No,
This.
I didn't smell or nothing like that.
Let's see. Speed has already been answered. Somebody asked any strange sounds or feelings of static electricity in the air, like in the air and stuff like that around the experience.
No, it was nothing else but the sighting. It was no static, no smells, no prints
No
on the ground,
lights.
and no lights, no nothing.
Yeah, apart from that, I think everything else has been answered.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Then you have to hurry up and write more questions if you want to have any more questions. Let me see. Do we have? Yeah. Well, people are typing at least. So let's see what pops up. I've been kind of like thinking about this about like first-hand witness because when I heard your story, it was hearsay, as they say. Somebody told me that somebody knew this guy, and
Yeah.
now I have talked to you a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah. So and you have this first hand. So then it's very different from just hearing about it. Yeah.
Yes, it's a big difference there. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I can also say that I haven't had any uh, bad words afterwards when I was telling my story and what I have seen. So I'm grateful for that around,
Yeah.
both in Hessdalen and local. Also, the local newspaper where I live have had several stories about my trips to Hessdalen.
Yeah.
So yes, so everybody here in my home place knows about my trips to Hessdalen and my experiences there.
Yeah. Yeah. I do wonder if it's like changing now, and the way people react to it. And I don't know if it's just because this has been going on for so many years that in Hessdalen, then it's like you can't just dismiss it. I mean, normally when you have like anecdotal evidence like this, like people are telling what they see, yeah, but there's just one guy. But here in
Yeah.
Hessdalen, it's not just one guy.
No,
It's all the
and I
time.
have yeah, yes, it is so, and I have seen a change in people too. I've been up there for about from 2007 up to now, and I sense the feeling of that people is more open and wants to talk more about it than it was for 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think it will be just more and more open about it in Hessdalen. I hope so.
Yeah. I have a question here from Olav, if it's possible to come up and meet people. So I just want to, because we're probably getting close to the end here, I just want to show this folder I've made. Next year in 2024, September, and Helge, you said September is a good time.
Yeah, September is the best time. It's wonderful colors there up, and it is dark in the evening and night. And
Yeah,
yes, so my favorite time up there is from August to November.
yeah. So what we do plan is actually to hopefully every year we want to have like a field trip. And this time I know that Massimo is coming and Erling is of course coming. I'm gonna be there. And I think we have 11 people that have signed up already. So this is gonna happen. And what we plan to do on this day is to have like a workshop. Hopefully, Erling is going to be the one telling how we can detect UAPs, and then we're going out and look for UFOs. Stay out the night with our cameras ready and equipment, and then the next day we're hoping to have a tour of the valley, and they're nice. It's a nice valley. I've been there 3 times, and I have had my wife with me, and she loves it too. And then once again, lecture, this time Massimo, and then discussion and whatever. So this is what we are planning to do. You will find, actually, this is in Norwegian because we want to invite people from the area to come and listen in. I mean, I don't want to necessarily invite them to come and join the field trip, but there are these lectures going on, and this phenomena is what it says here. This is a phenomena known all over the world. So local history is world history in this case. So I am gonna put this up in the shop where Andreas is working, and invite people to come when we have people from the world. There's only 24 available places for this. Yeah, but and Olav, if you want to join, just sign up. You go to the, let me see, where do you go? You go to Hessdalen, hessdalen.org, and I think I have it on the front here. It says field trip weekend, and you click on that, and there is a indicate your interest. So this is just to indicate, and I will email everyone and say, are you sure, and what kind of, because on this one you will have, you will have like questions of like, how do you want to stay, and how do you want to drive, and how do you want, yeah, stuff like that. So this is just an indication for now. But when we go to Hessdalen, I try to use this forum, Discord, and tell that we are now in Hessdalen. So this year we did not have time to do this field trip, but we did have, and I think I can actually go back to my site here. Oh yeah. I'll show you again. This time, on the same page, field trip, you will see that we'd had a meet and greet. So, and you can actually go and look at the pictures from the meet and greet. I just put out some information about where it is, and some locals. We had at this year we had some German students to make a documentary, and then of course we got Isaiah photo. All of us sitting, or 14 people sitting in this nice cabin. We had a very, very nice evening, and of course, if there are many from outside of Norway now, they have to learn one Norwegian word, øl, because there is a pub, and this is UFO beer. Okay, that's it. That's all I have. Erling, do you want to have any questions or have a comment?
Maybe I should inform that on the web, since 19 number of reports from people who have seen it since 1998, which we have got access of, is 166 reports, and that's, I think that's much.
Yeah, that's, and do you think that's all? Do you think there are more people that have?
No, that's not all.
No,
That's only those which we have got hold of.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember the first time I was up in Hessdalen just for the weekend. It was Easter time, and and just then I was like talking to some people, and they were telling me stories that I did not read about on your site. So, and I think that's Helge. I think you can agree with me. When you talk to people, then suddenly you get a new story and a new story.
Every time I'm up there and talk with new people,
Yeah,
new stories comes,
yeah,
and it's just wonderful to hear people. You're stopping when you're out walking or out driving, and suddenly you have a whole fascinating new story.
yeah.
So that's amazing.
So then Olav got his answer about 166 witness reports. How many lights? I mean, the blue box is there taking pictures, and I would love to be able to go and show you that one, but right now it's down. But it will be back up again. And actually, when you go and look at that, it's like almost every night. Not every night, but a lot of lights from that. And there's no people. It's just a machine that is taking pictures and videos. And if you get the time and go through the different years, you will find out that sometimes you think like, why is this picture here? But then you go through the video for that picture, and then you find out that actually on one frame there's something like, what's that? So I there's actually a lot of work to go through all of them and find out what it is. Yes. Hello, Mr. Strand. Could you respond to my DM, please? Erling, you are popular. I don't
Let's
know.
see. Where do I find
I'll give it to you
DM?
after, but yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
don't see it here.
No, I'll tell you after. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, but I think that's it. Any other questions?
There are a couple of questions that you
Oh,
have missed.
okay.
Somebody said, this is probably better for you experts to answer, that they appear more often during the northern lights.
Erling, more during the
Yes,
Northern
yes.
Lights?
Yes, well, whenever there is magnetical activity in the atmosphere, it seems that the probability to see the phenomena is higher because we got more reports, or the probability to get reports is higher when there is magnetical activity. And whenever there is northern lights, there is magnetical activity in the atmosphere. So that's right.
And I see Cassandra is asking if I will have a recording. Yes, I did started recording and I will soon stop it. And when it's done, I intend to put it on the member area because I'm trying to get people to pay a little bit so we can get our cameras. So it will be available for whoever is members. That's like $5, €5 a month. But if you find me online and I am, you can send me a DM, and I'm often in the Let's Talk. So then I can give some short presentations and show you a little bit of recordings and stuff like that.
Cool. There was another question. This is for you, Helge. Were the creatures you saw moving towards or away from the sheep?
They were moving towards the sheeps up in the wood. And I didn't see them, but I heard the sheeps started making noises up in the wood.
Yeah, when I turned the camera in that direction on Google Maps, there were cows on that field, but there were no cows when you were there.
No, there were no cows there.
Yeah, but there were sheep higher up.
Higher up in the woods, yes.
Yeah.
There's also another question for you, Helge. It says, do you see the light phenomena more in the north or in the south of Hessdalen?
it depends on what time it is. It's just random, but I have seen the most actually over Hessdalen and Botjandal. That's where I have seen it most. But other people have seen them other places the most. So it's just random, I think.
I believe that is all the questions in chat.
Then I think we will say thank you for this time, and keep a watch out for the next event. Okay?
Yeah, thank you for being here.
It's so nice that you could be here. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
We see you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.